All right, guys. Habs won game 5. Alex is happy, even if portfolio is red. At least the Montreal Canadiens won last night. I'll focus on this instead of losing money today. All right. So that should be an interesting day. All right. Um, if you want to, oh yeah, thank you, bud. Share the screen. All right, there you go. All right, so if you want to panic, go on a Hex this morning. All right. Um, Probably the next bear market is starting. Probably that I don't know, the big correction, big pullback is starting. Um, and a lot of folks predicted that for the last 4 weeks. So yeah, that's not what you'll get from me. All right. Uh, yes, we've been talking about that probability for the last week or 2 weeks, probably. But at the same time, it didn't get in the way of trading the leaders and just keeping that in the back of my mind and managing my risk tighter and just getting ready for eventually that eventuality. All right. So market ran like crazy. All right. Uh, that's an historical move. All right. And we knew that the market will give some back at some point. All right. And looks like today's OPEX and today's the day. All right. We'll take it. Today will be probably good chances that you will close your portfolio red. All right. Don't expect uh, your equity to close green. All right, that would be an happy surprise, but honestly, I don't really count on it. Uh, we've had this kind of action on Tuesday. Uh, is it bought the same way 2 times in a row? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see. Everything is possible. Um, what I don't like compared to Tuesday is we start to confirm. I don't know if you remember, but we start to confirm the scenario of the divergence, right? So we talked about that for probably the last 2 weeks, but there's these two scenarios that we're shaping up. So the first one is uh, Brett peaked in April 17, contracted all since. Uh, McClellan oscillator this morning will be deep oversold. So that's not really when I want to puke my exposure and be too defensive as well. But at the same time, the McClellan summation is down in a downtrend now below the 10 DMA. All right, so we are in a contracting regime for the past few days. Uh, so is this divergence playing out? And we'll get a larger pullback than what we had Tuesday. That's a possibility. Um, and the other possibility is that we contracted since April 17. Uh, we now have the McClellan oscillator flush and oversold signal. And if we see buyers stepping in, then that could be the strong uptrend oversold signal for a continuation. But we're still making new highs, so it doesn't make any sense uh, as a pullback, oversold pullback signal. But if you look at the small caps, for example, we're right into structure with a potential higher low. So that oversold signal might make more sense with small caps. Um, and ES SPY not that extended, so a lot less than QQQ itself. So listen, I I'm not here. I hope that you don't join that session to know what will happen today. All right. Uh, and even for me, for my own trading, guys, I'm doing those sessions just to prepare myself, and I'm just talking what happens in my head as I prepare myself, right? And I don't have a clue what will happen, all right? And if someone tells you what will happen today in the next few days, they're bullshitting you, all right? And you should run hard from those kind of comments. Yeah, exactly. All right, okay. I have a request. Price will close exactly at 702.27 cents. All right, you have it. Bookmark it. And if it happens, I will make a fortune on X. All right, I'm kidding, guys. Um, but yeah, I'm not here to tell you what will happen. All right, I don't have a clue. All the scenarios are on the table, and that's with that mindset that you should go into each session. All right, uh, you have to remind yourself that we're still in an uptrend. All right, we're gapping up, we're gapping down. Sorry, more than 1%, almost 2% on the Qs. Uh, and we're still extended after that gap down. Uh, but remind yourself of the bigger picture. All right, the trend is still up above a rising 21-day mid structure. All right, that's the important for me. Once the trend is confirmed, all right, I focus on my positions. So bread is cool. Internals will come important. But at the end of the day, when you have your exposure, when you build a cushion, when you trim into strength, when your open eat is accepted, all right, what's left to do? What's left to do is to trust your position trend, all right, and taking the loss if they close below their structure. That's how I trade. Uh, I won't go into the session today thinking that, oh, because XYZ reasons, we'll go into 2.5 weeks pullback down to retest the 635 area because uh, I don't know what's the reason. Uh, and then I will close all my exposure because I'm pretty sure that what's gonna happen. All right, uh, that's not how I trade. All right, I took my exposure in good leaders. I built cushion. Yesterday, maybe it was not the smartest move to open new Nair, but it's always easy to tell an insight, right? Um, and yeah, after that, my job is done. All right, all I have to do is trust structure. My open eat is there. It's calculated, it's accepted. That's what I stand to lose, and I'm okay with it. All right. Now, what do we want to see today? Ideally, we don't want to see credit spreads spike and close above structure. All right, so we broke that structure. That's pretty clear. That's what fueled that big rally. Um, then we have that structure from lower highs, lower high, lower highs. We have that 21-day structure as well. We've been making higher lows in the last few days. All right, and doesn't seem that we'll break that to the downside, but to the upside. All right, so from here, I'm already in a observation mode. All right, data was a buyer, data was a buyer, data was a buyer. All right, because we were in structure and rejected the structure. Now we're gapping up above. All right, we're gapping up above structure, and I have no clue what will happen. But today is information gathering day. All right, we want to gather information from price, from breadth, from the internals. All right, if credit spreads spike above structure and they close there, all right, I will be defensive. I don't see that as a buying opportunity anymore because there's risk being priced in, especially on a Friday before a long weekend. Uh, VIX is telling the same story. All right, we're trying to break out of that 21 day structure and that downtrend line structure as well. Bitcoin still holding structure. That's the good chart. All right. Could it continue to build the right side, tighten up in over the weekend? All right, and next week, once the market flushed, the leaders came back, pulled back, removed a bit of excess. Then we can see good action in crypto that didn't give up their structure, but just contracted off the right side, and then have an explosive move of the right side. All right, that's a possibility. That's what I will look for. Obviously, if we break structure, then it just adds to okay. Now we have Brett McClellan summation in a downtrend below a declining 10 DMA. We have the McClellan summation oscillator being oversold, but the market is not answering to that oversold signal. Uh, you have Bitcoin breaking down structure. So you see, red flags will start to pile up if that's in the direction that we're going. Um, so yeah, I think that's the view from for this morning. And again, I want to be patient. I want to see how buyers are stepping in or not today. I'm looking for beach ball action in the leaders. I want to see if my stocks are supported as they retest base structure, range structures, reversal pivots, the 21 day structure. If they close below, then I'm out. All right, no questions asked. You will see me close exposure at the end of the day and protect the gains that I've made since the low of this market. Uh, but I'm going into today into first panda mindset. All right, I'm not looking to buy that gap down for the reason that I explained. But I don't want to panic as well because I know that the trend is still up. We're due for some pullback. Today's OPEX as well. And I want to gather information. Again, gather information from credit spreads, from Bitcoin, from the VIX, from the liquid leaders, and overall just if buyers are showing up or not. Uh, and all that information that we'll gather along the day will shape decision making at the end of the day. All right, so I will make a quick update as usual on red days before the close in my journal. So just going through everything that we just talked: price, breadth, internals, liquid leaders, my portfolio, what's holding, what's breaking, and what I decide to do at the end of the day. All right. So stay tuned for that. That will be at the end of the day. And until then, I repeat myself, but that's important. We gather information today. All right. So any questions, guys? We can look at the portfolio real quick. There's nothing in danger. Everything is well above the 21 day structure. The one more at risk is Onto, and glad I removed my had position yesterday. But other than that, everything is well above the 21-day mid structure for me. So it also plays into being patient and not overreacting. All right, so ALGM right at my stop loss. Let's see if buyers stepping in. UZAR is new exposure, but still right into the 21 DMA structure. And GV is just at the reversal pivot, still above the 21 DMA structure and still above that kind of base support area. So uh, from my point of view, the only thing below my stop loss is on toe. That's a core, so I already trimmed. Uh, so yeah, patience for me. Uh, that's a clear panda day. All right, you've seen these gaps like Tuesday. I was buying. I was a buyer of those gaps. Now I have Nair. I'm not in a strong position because I took position yesterday that I'm at a loss. All right, that's the first reason. And the second reason is, again, internals are gapping up above structure. So for me, that's more of a potential danger rather than buying opportunity within the trend. Any questions, guys? Remember to uh, remain patient, remain objective, don't go on X, and don't freaking open your broker account to look at your P&L. All right? Look at your spreadsheet, your portfolio spreadsheet. All right? Look at the structure, your stop loss, where they are. Take decisions based on each of your stock's action. If you're stopped, you're stopped. All right? That will be the feedback that you need. Your open it is calculated. I hope it is. I hope it is. Uh, and accepted. All right? I hope it is as well. And listen, I'm telling you to be patient. Uh, and I'm not saying that buyers are stepping in and we close to a new high. All right, that's not what it means. And again, I don't have a clue what will happen today. All right, we'll know more at the end of the day after we gather those information. All right, so quick question. Hey Alex, can you go over a few pivot example you touch on recent buys? I'm not sure to understand the question. Do you base that off a daily or range? Can you please just clarify the question? Do you mean kind of a reversal pivot, daily reversal pivot? Okay. Um, so obviously a pivot is kind of a generic term, right? Uh, there's different type of pivots, all right? So a stock in the market and price action moves in waves, all right? Sometimes they're huge waves. Uh, and within an uptrend, you have pullback with swing highs and swing lows. All right, that's the normal price action of a stock. All right, so you have expansion, contraction, or expansion really big, contraction, expansion lower, contraction a bit smaller as well, and that's where you get your VCP as contraction gets smaller and smaller and smaller. All right. Uh, so a couple things that I'm always looking is your bigger pivots, right? Kind of the base. You can call that a base area, base structure, but that could be a base pivot as well. So that's the first one. So if we go from bigger to smaller, so the first one, the bigger is the base pivot. Then you get the range pivot where you have smaller ranges developing. Let's just find one. So you can have a small range here. All right, so it usually contains smaller price action from a couple days, 2, 3 touches, that kind of action. Then you have your swing high and swing low pivots. That's basically where price stops in a swing high. All right, and you have your swing lows as well. All right, so you can learn to draw that on your charts. It will help visualize um, where is potential turning points, potential support and resistance area. All right, and the last one is, well, within a much smaller swing low, right? Within a contraction, you get at some point where the trend will try to reverse. All right, instead of making those new lows, you will start to make a new high. All right, so you can draw that in any type of downtrend. And sometimes, look, let's take this one. So you have lower high, lower high, lower high. Oh, okay, we don't make another lower high. So this is your daily reversal pivot that I'm talking. So sometimes they fail when the market is not good. They fail. So try to make a new leg higher, but made a lower high. Follow through lower. All right, you're on lookout for another daily reversal. You have it here, but it failed as well. Then you have your other one here, and then you confirm it. All right. Each time that you start to pull back, that you start to make on the daily bars to make lower uh, lower highs and lower highs, like right here. All right, you can practice yourself just by drawing lines on every highs, and you will spot those reversal pivot after a moment. So right now, right here, that was the lower highs, uh, and we tried again to push from that daily reversal pivot, but failed. All right, right now on Onto, there was one trying to build from Tuesday's high that we tried to reclaim on Wednesday. It failed. We tried to reclaim yesterday. It failed. Uh, so that's how I'm always looking big picture with the base pivots, the base structure, down to your range pivots, down to your swing high, swing low pivots, and down to within that leg down, that daily reversal pivot. So the last lower high that was made. Does it answer the question? Great. All right, guys. So 9:15. Uh, that will be it. So yeah, I think it's clear. Uh, planning to be super patient today. Uh, Again, expect a red day today. That's the expectation to go. Um, and we'll gather information along the day. We'll discuss that in the pit. I'll discuss it before the end of the day as well in my journal, trying to provide a bit of of view about again our five pillars. So price, breadth, internals, liquid leaders, and your my portfolio feedback, and trying to forge uh, an idea of what we should do at the end of the day. All right. And once again, that's only based on information, and I have no clue what will happen today and in the next few days. All right. And the good news is you don't need to know. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. All right. So have a good red day, guys. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend as well. And let's try to survive this day. Let's see what the market has in store for us, and let's see how the buyers are still angry or not. Hungry, sorry. So have a good day. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Bye bye, everyone.